DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Hey everybody, it's April from DETV, and guess where I am at? I am here. I am at Nerdit. Nerdit has so many things that we use on an everyday basis. Everything in this place is at half off on a retail level. Let me just show you some of the things that we found here at Nerdit. We got laptops, Apple products, Dell products, all for very low prices. We got the Acers here. How many parents really don't have time to do family trips or whatever? We go in our backyard, we fill up this pool, boom, and you got the goggles to go with the pool. I ain't worried about the kids getting chlorine in their eyes. This is super cool. This will keep the kids engaged. The colors are bright and energetic. So y'all looking for the summertime water shoes for the kids? Nerdit now got Nike water shoes. Beauty Rest mattresses. Who needs a new mattress? What are these? Twin size, full size mattresses? Brand new mattresses in the bags, y'all. 16-inch fans, 12-inch fans, 5,000 BTU air conditioners, y'all. Spider-Man. This one might not be here either. I might buy this for my granddaughter. We got the Christmas scented smell goods. You getting ready for the holidays. We got the security cameras. You need to make sure that the house is protected when you're away. You got the Ninja. You got the food processors going on in here. Wow. You want the kids to run outside. You know they tearing up some stuff and we've got to replace them shoes every couple of months. Come on out here. All right, guys, this is April in the Small Business Network here over at DETV. Where you want me to go next? Put it in the comments and I am there.
Tonight, a teenager's quick thinking stops a terrifying home break-in. One suspect is in custody and the other still on the run. Plus, a local lawmaker is removed from Delaware's Education Committee after controversy over her teaching license. And a big jump in voter turnout for Delaware school board elections. How many people showed up to the polls and who came out on top? Those stories, your local forecast, weekend events, DETV sports report, and much more is straight ahead. DETV News starts now. Hello and welcome to DETV News for Thursday, May 15th. I'm Matt Ford. Let's take a look at what's making headlines today across the first state. Newcastle County Police are renewing calls for help as the search continues for a second suspect in a recent home invasion. Back on April 24th, 16-year-old Sam Rojas called 911 and locked himself in a room after two men broke into his family's home on Whitehaven Drive in Bear. One suspect, 35-year-old Cesar Parra of Baltimore, Maryland, was arrested in the backyard. The second suspect fled in a dark-colored sedan and has not yet been found. Police released new details this week as the investigation continues on. Parra faces multiple felony charges, including burglary, assault, and resisting arrest. He remains behind bars on a $100,000 cash bail. Anyone with information is asked to contact Newcastle County Police. And a former school teacher and principal has pleaded guilty to child rape. Tasha Purnell was charged with sexually abusing a student under the age of 16 while she was a teacher at Stanton Middle School from 2010 to 2014. Despite the charges, Purnell, who also goes by the last name Oliver, was hired by AI DuPont Middle School in 2020. She was placed on administrative leave in 2023, then terminated after her arrest last year. Sentencing is scheduled for this August. To Legislative Hall now, where State Representative Sharia Moore has been removed as Vice Chair of the House Education Committee. House Speaker Melissa Minor Brown made the decision after Moore was found to be working in public schools with an expired teaching license and without proper certification. Minor Brown says the move was necessary to uphold transparency and accountability in education. In a post made to her social media pages, Representative Moore denies any wrongdoing and says that her removal is political retaliation. She called the decision, quote, a disservice to every Delaware student and says that she'll continue fighting for equitable education. And a Sussex County man has been convicted of sex trafficking and forced labor after targeting women battling addiction. A federal jury found 68-year-old Clifton Gibbs of Lewis guilty on 13 counts, including sex trafficking and transporting women for prostitution. Prosecutors say he and his partner, Brooke Waters, exploited at least 13 victims between the years of 2014 and 2020. Waters pleaded guilty last year. Both individuals faced at least 15 years in prison, with Gibbs facing a possible life sentence. A sentencing date has not yet been set. To Newark now, where police are investigating a deadly crash at the Newark shopping center that killed an elderly woman. Officers say the woman was crossing the parking lot near Newark Natural Foods around 9:30 in the morning Tuesday when she was hit by a pickup truck. She died from her injuries overnight. The driver remained on scene and was identified. Charges are under review by police and the Delaware Attorney General's office. This is the third fatal pedestrian crash in Newark within the past year. And on that same sad topic, efforts to slow traffic on Newark's Main Street are clashing with concerns from first responders. City Council is exploring speed bumps and tables after 2 University of Delaware students were killed by speeding vehicles in less than a year. But Aetna Hose, Hook and Ladder, Newark's main fire and EMS provider, warns those measures could delay emergency response. The department favors speed cameras and increased enforcement instead. Fire Chief John Guzzo says safety is a priority, but speed bumps are what he quotes as a perception of safety that would actually do more harm than good. City leaders hope to implement solutions before students return to class in August. And let's take a break from the headlines now for a quick look at your local forecast and, of course, those popular can't-miss events from Wilmington to the beach. Shakara's got everything you need to know. What's up, Shakara?
Thanks, Matt. As we head into the weekend, we are looking at a mix of sunshine and storms and some exciting events to attend. Whether you're planning a night out in Wilmington, headed to the beach, or just soaking in that family time, here's what you can expect from the weather and what's happening across our first state. For Feel Good Friday, we are kicking off the weekend with scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs will be in the low 80s and evening temps in the low 60s. We aren't expecting a complete washout, but you'll want to keep that umbrella nearby just in case. And for all my ladies going out, the humidity will be doing the absolute most. So be prepared and style your hair accordingly. You can thank me later. Saturday continues with warm temps in the low 80s and occasional showers or thunderstorms. If you're heading to any outdoor events, try for the morning or early evening when conditions may be drier. It will still be humid in the evening with a low of 68 degrees. Now Sunday brings a refreshing cool down with highs near 70 degrees and evening temps around 58 degrees. Expect mostly cloudy skies and the chance of a light shower. But overall, it'll be a calmer, more comfortable day to wrap up the weekend. Now, rain or shine, you know Delaware knows how to have a good time. So why not start your weekend at Docklands? Philly and Wilmington are coming together in the best way with some good music and feel-good vibes. Head to the riverfront to catch DJ Diamond Cuts and a special performance by our very own DJ Kiss. This event is almost sold out, so be sure to go to Docklands' website now for tickets. On Saturday, take the family to the Wilmington Grand Prix. The event starts on Friday night, but Saturday will feature the Major Taylor Community Ride at 11 a.m., followed by the men's and women's professional and amateur racing. There will be fun, food trucks, craft beer, and live music. Check out the Wilmington Grand Prix website for more information and times. Now, if you'll be at the beach on Saturday, head over to the Rehoboth Arts Festival. The Rehoboth Art League and the City of Rehoboth Beach have partnered again to present the city's Arts Festival on Saturday, May 18th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This event is where artists will showcase and sell their work. The event will fill Rehoboth Beach with tents of original quality artwork, and it's definitely a must for my artsy ones out there. Now, since Sunday will be a great day to be outside, why don't you go to the Wilmington Blue Rocks baseball game? Game starts at 1:05 and it's going to be a fun day. It's their youth sports day, Sunday family fun day, and they will have the post-game kids run around the bases. There will also be a pre-game catch on the field, and they are also celebrating Copa, a Mexican cultural celebration. Purchase your tickets by going to the Wilmington Blue Rocks website. Now for Shakara's Spotlight. This week's Spotlight is shining bright on a powerful new voice in health and healing. In case you haven't heard, Philly rap icon Philadelphia Freeway is teaming up with DETV to launch a new show, Feeling Healthier with Freeway. It's all part of DETV's Health and Wellness Network. It's premiering this June, and if you don't know his story, trust me, you'll want to tune in. It's a journey of survival, strength, and self-care that aligns perfectly with the theme of Mental Health Awareness Month. And just a reminder to care for your mind just as you care for your body. Check in with yourself, unplug when you need to, and remember, it's okay to ask for help. Let's continue to lift one another up, and I'm wishing everyone peace, positivity, and just enough sunshine to brighten your weekend. Back to you, Matt.
Lots of good stuff there, Shakara. Thank you so much. In other headlines making news this week, Delaware saw a major jump in school board election turnout. More than 15,000 people voted on Tuesday. That's nearly triple last year's turnout, according to unofficial results from the Department of Elections. 11 districts across the state held contested races. While most incumbents did hold on to their seats, several new members were elected, including Tim Higgins in the Appoquinimink School District and Shannon Trakonsko in Christina. Brandywine School District saw multiple close races, and Red Clay's Martin Wilson was the only incumbent to lose. Turnout was highest here in Newcastle County, with more than 7,900 voters coming out. And new today, the University of Delaware has named an interim president as Dennis Assanis prepares to step down. Provost Laura Carlson will take over as of July 1, following Assanis' resignation. She served as UD's provost since 2022 and will lead while the Board of Trustees searches for a permanent replacement. Board Chair Terry Kelly says Carlson and Assanis will work together to ensure a smooth transition. From the classroom to the court, Nick Alessandrini joins us now for a look at what's heating up in local and national sports, including a big win for the Sixers at the draft lottery. Nick.
Thanks, Matt, and it is finally here. It's playoff time in the 302 for all of our local high school sports. Plus, the Eagles' 2025 schedule has been released. What does the path look like for the defending Super Bowl champs and the 76ers? They entered Monday's NBA draft lottery with two options: lose or keep their pick. Which one was it? Well, we're going to tell you right now. Let's start with the 76ers. And Monday could have gone one of two ways for Philadelphia. Either fall out of the top six and the draft lottery and lose their pick to the Oklahoma City Thunder, or finish six or higher and keep that first-round pick. Well, not only will the 76ers be keeping the pick, but they will also picking third in the 2025 NBA draft. So what a jump up there. You have this quote on your screen now from Daryl Morey. Again, the Sixers jumping up from 6 to 3. And as it reads on your screen here at home, we love this draft. The number 3 pick can be a tremendous player. We love picking 3. We're really looking forward to this. So that from Daryl Morey, and the Sixers get to keep the pick, and they're ready to pick third as the NBA draft is set to begin on June 25th and run through the 26th back in Brooklyn, New York. So an exciting time, one of the few positives of the 76ers season here this year. So from one Philly team to another, as we now jump to the Philadelphia Eagles, and they finally have their schedule for the 25-26 season. You'll see that on your screen here. Thank you, Dennis, as the NFL announced all 32 team schedules yesterday evening, and the Eagles will play what is called the NFL's fourth toughest schedule. A schedule that includes over 10 games against playoff teams from a year ago. And not to mention, the Birds won't have back-to-back home games all season long. A tough road for the defending Super Bowl champs in Philly next year, but they are going to be ready to go. So we are officially into our high school playoff season, and with that, we have some brackets finalized for the spring playoffs. Those include boys volleyball, girls soccer, and girls lacrosse. So we've got 3 to bring you, and then some more as we continue into next week and into the playoffs. So first, we're going to take a look here, and it's going to start with boys volleyball, which will be on your screen right now. So you take a look at that. We are already through the first round of boys volleyball here in round number 1. So you take a look at that top seed, Appoquinimink, a 3-0 set victory over John Dickinson. They'll face William Penn. Then Charter and Mount Pleasant in the 4-12 matchup. Sally's with the 2 seed this year. They've got Cape Henlopen in round 2 after their victories. And then Cesar Rodney over Concord, and they'll take Archmere, who got a win over Odyssey. So with the volleyball, now we're going to head to girls lacrosse. Let's take a look at our girls lacrosse bracket that has been finalized. The top 4 seeds will have double byes in this year's girls lacrosse tournament. Your top seed, Cape Henlopen, no surprise there. Your 2 seed, Tower Hill, Cesar Rodney, the 3, and the Archmere Auks grabbing that 4 spot there. So these are set to begin tomorrow. We have St. Mark's, Indian River, Concord, Smyrna, Milford, St. Andrews, Sanford, and Odessa. You're going to see all those on your screen, and then we will follow right through that bracket till we finally get to those matchups in the quarters, the semis, and then the state championship on Saturday, May 21st. So boys volleyball, girls lacrosse, and now let's jump to girls soccer, both Division I and Division II, both on your screen simultaneously here for you now. Appoquinimink, the top seed once again there in girls soccer in Division 1. In Division 2, it's the Caravel Buccaneers. So there you have it. As you take a look in Division 2, you have a first-round bye for your top 4 seeds. And in Division 1, no byes across the board. So there you have it there for some brackets as we get into the playoff season. And of course, some more are going to be coming up as we get deeper and deeper. We have some regular seasons wrapping up tomorrow, and then we'll have some more brackets for you come next week. So things starting to heat up and playoffs getting hot, Matt.
Good stuff there. Thank you, Nick. Have a good weekend. Before we sign off tonight, a Wilmington diner is getting some national attention. Goober's Diner has been named one of the 10 best roadside diners in the United States. That's by USA Today's 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. The retro-style spot on North Lincoln Street opened in 2020 and is known for its classic breakfast, milkshakes, and vintage design. It was designed by Dynamite Diners and reassembled in Wilmington after being shipped in pieces from Atlanta. I never knew that. Good to know. And that's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Be sure to follow us all across your favorite social media platforms for updates on what's happening all around Delaware. And if you have a question, comment, news, or sports tip, send it to press@detvch.com. For Shakara, Nick, and all of us here at DETV, I'm Matt Ford. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. We'll see you right back here next week. Good night. We don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and Nurse Navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.
My name is Jason Aviles, and I am the founder and owner of Fly Yogi, and I'm here to share with you some tips to be able to help fight opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a real growing problem here in America, and I'm here to share with you some tips that you can be able to integrate into your everyday life to really fight against opioid addiction. One of the first things is redeveloping your mindset. One of the practices that I like to use daily is meditation. And what meditation does is it brings you clarity of mind, and it helps keep you grounded, and it improves your ability to make decisions that you are going to benefit from. A lot of the time we find that addiction is rooted in our mindset. It's rooted in how we think and how we perceive, and therefore how we act. So this is a really good way to help fight against that energy of addiction. The second thing is improving your lifestyle through diet and exercise. At the very root of addiction, there is substances within the body that's causing the addiction on a physical level. When we begin to introduce healthier foods, plant-based foods, we begin to remove and detox the substances that are in our body that's causing and attracting the addiction. So through incorporating more fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and even drinking water on a daily basis, you're going to put your body in a state where it's going to be able to fight the root causes of these addictions. The second part is exercise. Exercise is good for mood. It's good for energy. It's good to increase vitality. It's good to get your heart pumping and get your blood flowing and get oxygen moving throughout the body. So through engaging in physical exercise, complemented by incorporating healthier foods, you're putting your body and your mind in a state where it does not want what's causing these things that are manifesting negatively in your life. So addiction can really be decreased by just incorporating a healthier lifestyle through diet and nutrition, exercise, and then also making sure that you're tackling the mind through mindset, through meditation.